Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 2020, episode number 34. We're in the playoffs. First round, we lead 1-0 against the Utah Jazz. This is game number 2. We're at home for this one, which is awesome. But we do trail in the early scoreline, 4-0 already. The good thing heading into this series is we do have that home court advantage, but we really are only 2 games ahead of the Utah Jazz. So it's actually a pretty tight matchup, and one that we don't necessarily dominate in any sort of way. And you can see here from the early scoreline that we trail by double digits already, and they've only reached double digits. It was 10-0. What a horrible, horrible start to game 2 here at home. We do finally get a score, but it's a single point, and then Utah go and nail a 3 at the other end. Finally, again, from the free throw line, we still have 0 field goals in this game through the first 5 minutes and trailed by a dozen. So just a horrendous start. We're trailing 10-2 in rebounds right now. 10-2. 10-2. They have twice as many offensive rebounds as we have rebounds in this game, period. We're trailing in the turnovers. We were 1 for 8, now 2 for 9. And we finally get a couple makes and close it back down to double digits as they go and make another three-pointer. So just a horrendous, horrendous start to this game. Has us looking in a bad way in this first quarter. Things have started to settle down a little bit. Scoreline, well, if Utah wouldn't keep draining threes, only 3 for 6, but overall 65% from the field here in this game. So they're just crushing it on rebounds. And actually, how have they gone from 10 rebounds down to 8? That was a little peculiar, wasn't it? Well, anyway, another big 3. And so as we heat up, we went from no scores for 5 minutes to still 23 points in the quarter. We forgot to play defense at any point, and the only one getting anything done for us is Walker, who's 3 for 8 with 9 points. Okay, Fox and Richardson actually are both scoring too. It's just down low where we've had no presence. We are getting completely dominated in the post through that first quarter. Second quarter is now ongoing. It's 41-27. I'm going at a little bit slower pace than what is normal for this series, as you know, it's the playoffs and all. A lot of turnovers. 7 turnovers already, early second quarter. Field goal percentage after starting 0 for a billion is up to 48%, so we're definitely shooting the ball better. We just made our 3rd three-pointer of the game. We are clawing our way back in. We finally got the score back down to 10 points, and actually inside for the first time after we started down 10-0. We are, at least for a moment there, at 8. Now again 8, and a chance to cut it yet further. Oh, you were inside. Drove the lane, beat the man. All he had to do was finish the layup or the dunk. And he kicks it out from the free throw line. That was odd. We are down to 4 points though, so after just a horrendously bad first 8-10 minutes of the game, we are earning our way back into this thing, and we've certainly got a game yet. This thing's not over, and we've got every chance to win. It's actually a 2-point game here. 1-point game, and it's not yet halftime. We still have 3 minutes left in the second quarter. We could lead, and we do lead now. We could lead at the half. What a turnaround that would be. You would think that kind of momentum could just carry right on in to the second half. But then again, things can flip in an instant and it could go right back their way. Going a little cold here before half. There we go, tie the game, 58-58. Fox is on fire. He's 9 for 12 with 21 points. Walker, 6 for 12, also 21 points. He's got 3 assists, 6 rebounds. And we do lead at the half, a 38-point second quarter, which matches Utah's 38-point first quarter. What a crazy first half to this game with the back and 4 second chance points definitely favoring Utah. But points in the paint has leveled off. Fast break points is favoring us. It's that largest lead thing where we trailed big. But we're back in it. And look at the energy that Bull brought. A plus 13 run that we had there with him on the court for those 10 minutes is real nice. Real nice. Let's go ahead and get back to the second half. And let's see if we can carry that momentum into this third quarter and establish a lead where we can maybe get ourselves, not necessarily with game put away, but with a very winnable game into the fourth quarter. 2 minutes in, though, we have not scored yet in this half, so here we go again, starting each half very poorly. Finally, we score, but it's again free throw line, right? Our first 3 or 5 points. There, we finally get a field goal, so it took us a little over 3 minutes here in the third quarter. So 8 minutes combined to start the game before we ever even saw a field goal. In fact, I think it was about 9 minutes combined between the two halves before the first field goals were scored. So we didn't wait as long this time. We only trailed by 2 instead of by significantly more than that. Outside 3 under pressure. It's not exactly the shot you want to be taking. Defenses are stuck like glue right now. Utah on a man-to-man, we can't seem to find any openings. We're not using any screens there. And Utah keeps finding little spaces and getting open. I haven't seen us open at all in the last 5-6 sequences. Not even off the ball at any point. We're drawing contact, but we just cannot get open. Fox now up to 28 points. Richardson into double digits, and he's being efficient, 5 for 8, and that's really what we brought Richardson in for. A more efficient shooter that could free up, moving our strength to the post where it belonged. A lot of back and forth, leads changing hands rapidly. We're getting a little fatigue in our starters. They're going to need a break. Fox, Walker, Richardson all getting down on stamina. And not scoring of late, though Richardson, I think, added 1 more. He's up to 29. For Utah, Wright has 17. Gobert has 13, but he also has 12 rebounds. Mitchell has 13, but nobody seems to be scoring in droves. Utah, their scoring has been pretty widespread. And as we're now 10 minutes left in the game, we lead by 6. We lead by 9. There's our biggest lead of the game after a 3-pointer there. Fox now has 30. Walker has 32. I think he scored the 3. Maybe it was Richardson because he's also added 3 to his total here recently. Bagley has not scored in this game. What the heck, dude? Bull is having a beast of a game, though. He's 4 for 4, 8 points, 9 rebounds. He has been the difference for us. 98-87. Double-digit lead for the first time. 7.5 to play. Couple misses back and forth there. Ooh, quick turnover. Go the other way, though. And there is the century mark. And we lead by 10. Now 12. Fox and Walker trading off who wants to be the leading scorer for the game. Both on 34. Walker now 10 of 19. Both of them shooting better than 50% from the field. Bagley finally scoring. He's got 4 points now. Cauley Stein only has 4, but he is your off-the-ball workhorse. never scoring terribly much. Score back within 10. And after another bucket, it's a 7-point game with 3 to play. Slow it down a bit more now. Utah works it inside, kicks it back out, takes the long 3. No go. We get the rebound. We're going to come down to the other end. Ball gets deflected away, but we recover, feed it down low to the block, switch it to the other block, and we get the score, 109-97. 12-point lead with 2 to play. Huge 3 there from Utah, though, to close it back down to single digits and hit the century mark themselves. Minute 45 to play. Working the ball down baseline, up to the elbow, and we drain that shot. That's Fox with another. Got 36. And with just over a minute to play, it's 112-103. It's looking pretty good at this point. Utah makes 1 of 2 immediately foul. They're playing that last minute possession game. They take a little too long on that possession, and we come down with a rebound and draw the foul. And now with 45 seconds left, it's back to an 11-point game, 115-104. Walker is out. I'm assuming he has fouled out of this game. We've got a lot of guys on 4 fouls. Thompson, who's barely even played, has 3. 115-106. Final seconds. We are going to claim game 2 and get the lead in this series. We deserve Fox with 36 points on 16 of 23 shooting and 9 assists and 5 rebounds and 3 steals and a block. And we've won Game 2, 115-106, and now we have not an insurmountable lead in this series, but after a terrible first quarter, we've really set ourselves up well with a 2-game lead as we head to Utah. Fast breaks, 17-4. We beat them with our pace. And scoring efficiency, I mean, Richardson, 7 of 11. Fox, 16 of 23. Walker, not perfect, but 10 of 21 is good. 10 of 10 from the free throw line is excellent in his double-double performance. He comes up 2 points shy of Fox. He only had 2 fouls, so why was he out at the end of the game? Was that a fatigue factor? It certainly wasn't. You don't sub him out for a lack of free throw shooting when he's 10 of 10 and scoring like he is. So why he was out late in the game either is you feel the game's done and secure and you rest him, and he was at 44 minutes already. That could be. I mean, he sat out the last couple minutes. Otherwise, he would have played about 46, 47 minutes in the game. So hopefully it's not injury related. That would be a tremendous blow. Wouldn't be the same as a loss, but it would certainly look pretty bad. Let's go ahead and roll back a day and see what we had. Lakers beat the Blazers 97-81. Clippers win 113-95. Golden State with the upset on the road 99-95. And we take care of business 115-106. Fox was the leading scorer for the day. Walker was the 3rd leading scorer for the day. Fox matched Doncic for the most assists for the day. Yeah, that was a good game. After a terrible start. It's nice to overcome that. Alright, next day, Knicks lead 2-0. Hawks lead 2-0. 76ers lead 2-0. Only a single series is split here. Knicks win again. Nets win. Grizzlies win. So they get 1 back. And the 76ers win. So you got two series going 3-0. And the Warriors have upset both of the first 2 games. So the Warriors win 2 on the road against the Mavericks. That's huge. All right, game number 3. We are going to quick sim this one. We're not going to sit through every single game. That is the nature of this series, of this beast. Utah takes game 3, 97-78. Fox scores 21, Bagley 20, Thompson with 14. I only played a few minutes last time, and he goes for that this time around. Barnes minus 20. Cauley Stein, Fox minus 14, Bagley a minus 12. Fox was 9 for 27. Walker, 5. Fox fouled out. Walker didn't, but he had 5. I'm assuming that's why he only played 17 minutes. Hopefully not injury related. But 0 for 4. 2 points for Walker. Absolute ice cold. So Fox and Walker had tremendous game 2s. And honestly, both of them had terrible game 3s. Fox, 9 for 27 overall. That is not a good percentage at all. In fact, that's like Kobe Bryant kind of numbers. 0 for 6, beyond the arc. Michael Jordan kind of numbers. I know ESPN's been featuring this series here recently and kind of going into the brilliance of Jordan. And there was just an article, and I couldn't even read it because it felt so ridiculous to me that claiming that Jordan would be as good today as he was in his era. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't be anywhere near the player today that he was. I'm not saying he wouldn't be an excellent player in the league, but to be in contention as the GOAT, no chance would he be like that today. Reggie Miller would be a better player today than Michael Jordan would be today. And Reggie Miller is definitely not as good as Michael Jordan was as they played in the same era. Reggie Miller can stretch the court. Reggie Miller can shoot the 3. He was the first guy to be like that. Realistically, Bird could shoot anywhere, pretty much. Jordan had a mid-range jumper, say, but he was a drive the hoop kind of guy who was just acrobatic with the way he did his layups. That was his bread and butter. And the mid-range fadeaway jumper, okay, yeah, sure. He wasn't the only one in the league who could do something like that. Great offensive talent, great shooter, fantastic. But the era was different. Outside of Miller, who stretched the court. Now, the only reason why Miller didn't win titles was he was with the Pacers and didn't have the supporting cast that Jordan had. But he brought a bit of modern basketball, as in today's era, to a time that it wasn't there yet. The 3-ball hadn't taken over, hadn't revolutionized the game like it has now. The ability to stretch the court with the 3-ball makes the game totally different than it was. And a mid-range or drive the hoop kind of guy, you defend them differently than a guy who can do that and shoot from 3. Case in point, Damian Lillard, right? Great ability to drive. James Harden, great ability to drive. I hate Harden, you know that, but great ability to drive. But both of them have not only range, but they've got range, right? Especially Lillard has range. Mr. Half-court shots all the time. Just bam, 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 right? Jordan couldn't do that. Jordan didn't work on his 3-ball. He rarely took 3s. He rarely made 3s. He was not a high-percentage 3-point shooter. That type of player would be good, would be fun to watch. But he wouldn't be one of the greats in today's NBA. I just don't buy it. We trail, we lose game 3, but we still lead the series 2-1. Mitchell with 27 led the way. You can see this game far more balanced, but we come out on the wrong end of it, and actually by quite some margin. I mean, we lose by 19. We lost by 10 in the first quarter again, so another slow start to the game. Kept it close in the second and third, but we lose big again in the fourth quarter. A lot of scoring, again, spread out through the Utah starters, but again, our guards had a terrible day. Outside of Thompson, Thompson ends up playing 31, goes 5 for 11. He was 4 for 8 from 3. In fact, he had all 4 makes. We were 4 for 22 from 3-point. No wonder Thompson ended up having a bigger day. But when you're relying on that's just not enough. I mean, he committed 5 fouls. We had all sorts of foul trouble. 4 players with 5 fouls or more. Not a good day at the office. Big chance here, though, to get Game 3. Can we do it? Warriors lead 3-0. Clippers and Thunder at 2-1. Lakers lead 3-0. Game 4. Closer. Utah still wins. The series is now level. Mitchell again, 40 points. Big day for him. And as we glance at the box score here briefly, another terrible first quarter. Second, third, fourth, all within 2 points of each other. In fact, exactly level scoreline. First quarter is where we lost this game. So can we overcome a terrible sequence of first quarters in this series? Bagley had 24. Fox had 26 again. Another big day, but only 9 for 25. Only 2 for 9 beyond the arc. Walker played 30 minutes this time, but 1 for 8. So Walker has been ice cold in the third and fourth game. He has not done well in Utah at all. And really, you can point the finger at him largely in these 2 losses. Thompson, again, playing way more minutes than expected, but didn't have the kind of day he had in Game 3 that this time, in Game 4, might have helped pick us up. 32% beyond the arc, 39% from the field. Not good numbers. Trailed in rebounds, assists, turnovers, only a slight positive. Yeah, not enough. Again, if Walker would have had a better day, if he would have been, say, 10 for 20, we win that game probably. But we're not quite good enough yet where we can get by with one of our stars not getting the job done. Miami still alive. All right, so here we are. Lakers chance to put the Blazers down. Clippers and Thunder and us level at 2 games apiece. Let's go ahead and quick sim another one. It's still the first round. I have high hopes that we can get out of the first round finally. And we do get a win, 104-87. We're getting the job done at home. Walker stepped up with 16 today. Better day. Still not a perfect day. But a better day seems to be enough. We just can't afford for those guys to have terrible days. See, Fox struggled. Fox was 7 for 20. 1 for 6 beyond the arc. But Walker, 7 for 9. Efficient. Good, effective. Bagley had a huge day. 13 for 20. He's 31 in the game. He's actually been having a really good series. He was the leading scorer in the game. Dang. Double-double. Richardson had a double-double. Thompson again playing way too many minutes, but this time 2 for 10. But he's not the guy we're relying on. What happened to Bull? Bull didn't even play, didn't even dress. That's a little worrying. Slender lead, slightly bigger at half, stayed the same, pulled away in the fourth. Finally, a better first quarter. Deadman. Oh, it's funny to see. Let's jump to our office for a second and see. Not that office. I want dashboard. We have not 1 but 2 injuries. Schofield's out, but that's not a big concern. Bull is a bit concerning as he's been fantastic in this series. Sore shoulder, probable 3 days. Okay. But yes, that hurt because he's been really good here. Playoffs. 20 minutes, 8 points. Okay, I guess that hasn't been fantastic or anything, but that's still good. Even with him injured, we're 70% favorites. I like that, considering how close we were this season with them. Fox. Walker's taken over as our best man. Richardson. Barnes. Thompson. Let's see, Thompson's really emerged into our 7th man. I think Bull would probably be that. Patrick Thompson, actually 3-star. Never mind. The young guy is doing pretty well. He's up to 3 stars already. No wonder he's stepping up. Providing us good production off the bench, as is Bull. And now Barnes. And that, if you have those 5 starters and those 3, you could play your minutes almost exclusively through those 8 and be pretty dang strong through the playoffs. If those 8 can stay healthy, and being down Bull at the moment, not a good thing for us. It looks like he's missed 2 games. Chance to wrap up the first round series in our next game. 76ers still haven't closed out the Heat after they led 3-0. And it's going to all the way to a Game 7. Finally, our Game 6 on the road. Can we finally get a win on the road at Utah? Home team has won every game so far in this series. And the Thunder now lead against the Clippers as well. A chance to upset that series. And we don't. It's going to go to a Game 7. A pivotal Game 7. And that's where we're going to begin. Our next episode is live for that Game 7. Our series going all the way. Wow. Okay, so Pelicans, Nets, Heat, 76ers also playing out their 7th game. 76ers do finally win one after losing 3 straight. And here we are, 2 Game 7s, 4 in all. So half the series going all the way to a Game 7. And we're going to have to play ours out in the next episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Can we keep the streak of home teams winning every game in this series alive? We'll find out next time. Bye for now.